Netherrealm is a narrative-driven tabletop role-playing game podcast. For this season, we're using the Dungeons & Dragons 5e rules. Kinda. Sometimes the language on this podcast can get a little spicy, but if that doesn't bother you, my name is Will, and I play Six.
I'm Bruce, and I'm the voice of Archie.
I'm Frazier, and I play Margbark Smoth.
My name is Emily, and I'm the voice of Osiris T-Sun.
And I'm your game master, Tanner, and this is what happened on the last episode of Netherrealm, the Neverthere.
A well-timed smoke bomb and a well-timed Archie helped me rescue Osiris. That was close. Then I set fire to the judge's office. I'm a rebel. We escaped in the crowd with almost everyone we care about, minus a couple of satyrs. I'm sure they're in the gallery as we speak. Once we got out, Archie and I found Margbark and Osiris with her new fiancé. He seemed nice and very big. Now Chandri wants us to go with him to Perosha, and he says there's no one in Drosden Mill. I guess the smoke monster has been busy.
All right, so to kind of get you guys all in, to get you in the mood, can someone give me some, do some mouth sexy music for me?
Excuse me?
There we go. Cool, thank you. So, Chandri starts stripping in the street.
I rage and I reckless attack him using all of my attack action.
Okay,
Margbark's gonna rage and swing.
Give me a hurdy roll.
A what?
A hurdy roll.
How much
a
hurdy
roll? Just like just do a roll to hurdy.
I don't know what hurdy is, and I don't know if I want to commit to that.
Yeah, okay, it's a hurt roll, but with a Y at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to do an ouchie.
Roll to do an ouchie. Yeah, roll an ouchie roll. What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Oh, he's into it.
A 20?
He's also dead. So.
All right. Okay.
I'm not shitting you. It actually is a natural 20. That's fucking
You
awesome.
chop his wiener off, like right the fuck off.
And he loves it.
But
I glue it to his forehead. Look, a unicorn.
oh, no. All right. Cool. This would be great for bloopers. We hate it. Okay. You guys are in the streets of Port Wayworth, kind of making your way through the buildings.
Making
as I
my
stated
way
last
through the
time,
buildings.
What?
Walking fast. Because the guards are on our ass.
Yep, pretty much. All right. For serious time, you guys are in the streets. Archie, you do kind of recognize most things. I mean, the streets layouts aren't going to change, but the buildings are different. Some of the names are different. There are a few places that you can recognize. If you were pressed, you could probably make it through the streets. Right now, you are all trying to stay in incognito mode, or at least just trying to stay out of the way of anyone who would find you and bring you back to jail. As you walk through the streets, every block or so, you can see posters up on the wall advertising the trial of the Black Wolf Brigade. So the name has come back around. It's on people's mind, but there are also pictures of each of you drawn in there with those. So you are known. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to do some
Well, I'm
artistry
wearing my
rolls.
mask that I so wonderfully had created for me before we...
You do have a
left
mask, so you pop that
Alas.
on. That's great.
Yes.
Can I look in the bag of holding to see if there is a set of those glasses with the mustache and the funny nose on them?
I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's not a bag of holding.
Can I look in the Jansport of holding
Yeah, it's not even. Don't add of holding onto it. It's similar, but it's not the same. You might have
Can
to get
I
someone to
check
take
my Yen Sport backpack that has some sort of magical?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me do. I'm gonna do a quick artistry check to see how. Actually, each of you roll a d20. Let me know how it goes, and I'll tell you how well you were drawn, and if there's any things that you should pay attention to.
17.
Okay.
8, which is perfect.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay.
Did you get a 6, Will? Please tell me you got a 6.
I got a natural 1.
Nice.
Even better.
So
This is like
Six's
golf. The
portrait.
lowest score wins.
Six's portrait is spot on. Perfect. I mean, the mask, all the details, everything in there, it matches exactly.
Oh, I see.
Margbark's, it could actually, like, you might have to do a double take. Someone have to be, like, looking at the portrait, because you said you rolled, what, a 17?
17. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, looking at the portrait and back up at you, and, like, it would take some time for them to kind of draw some of the similarities. Osiris, what'd you have?
I had a 7.
7. Yeah, yours doesn't look like you so much. They forgot the glasses, so that helps.
Nice.
What'd you have, Archie?
8.
An 8. Oh, okay. Well, yours is about the same as Osiris's. It looks like they might have...
No scar.
Yeah, no scar. No scar on the face. They might have commissioned different artists for
They
each
gave
portrait.
you a goatee instead.
Oh, yeah. Dope. So Archie, Margbark's is a caricature.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
I take out a stick of charcoal and I draw glasses on 6. 6's mask.
Okay, yeah. On his actual
Yes.
mask. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you do that. All right. So that's what you get from those particular drawings. As far as what might be in the Yan Sport, I will say that it has the potential to have a couple different items in there. Since you just found it, it was someone else's storage locker type situation. Go ahead and give me just a luck roll, another d20.
Come on, 20.
11.
11. You pull out a bandana. A kind of dirty old bandana.
Sweet. I'm gonna roll it up and make an eye patch out of it.
Okay. All right. Fun. So you guys are going through the streets.
In order to stay incognito to help everybody, since I know my picture looks just like me, I turn into... I transform into an ATV so that everybody can ride me.
Cool. Roll Transformers
Roll for
powers.
ATV.
Okay, all right.
Fucking
That's an
cool.
8. What do I add to it, though? Because it's
Ooh.
very important.
Ooh, you add your charisma to it.
Oh, charisma. Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. It's a -1.
Yeah.
So, that's 7.
You gain 1 wheel coming off your left knee. It seems very useless.
Yeah, you have this thought and like a screw pops out of your knee.
Assuming that we have all of our items back, I'm just gonna take my cloak and put the hood over my head.
Okay, cool. As far as you guys traversing through here, Chandri he kind of whispers something over to Haran, and Haran will say to the rest of you, listen, I don't know if there's some place that any of you know of that we could get off the streets, but we should probably find a place to regroup and rest, and then figure out what the next step is.
Archie, that seems like something you might be able to help with.
Roll for ability to find old places, old hidey places.
You don't need to roll for it. So with this, it's just, what are you looking for? What do you remember? These are things that you could just come up with, and we can kind of create those couple things together. I've got a couple characters that you can work with for this purpose. But it's up to you, whatever you want to look for. You used to run these streets, baby.
We can always go to the woods. The trees are very friendly.
Harn will pipe up at that. I think we need to get someplace now. The woods would be north of here. And that might just take us off course or even closer to the capital city.
We're near the sea. We could commandeer a ship and sail.
Chandri gets a little worried look at that. You could see him kind of his face turn a little green. you recognize it immediately, Margbark, that he probably gets a little nauseous on ships.
We could dig a hole and bury our heads.
Ah, yes. If you can't see them, they can't see you. Good idea,
Agreed.
Six.
Yeah.
Margbark rolls his eyes.
Isn't that the way space works?
Maybe like old warehouses for storage.
Okay.
Is there one run by like one of your old band members that we could go to or something like that?
100% no.
Oh, they're all dead.
Yeah. Archie, you remember, like, there's a couple of different places you can think of. And they were typically holding locations that goods were exchanged between groups. So they typically aren't owned by one group. It's a front owned by a third party. And so those warehouses, you know of 2 of them. There's one near the docks, and then there is another one that's more towards the old side of town, where your group used to work. That one does receive a little bit more traffic than the one that's by the docks, though. So it'd be familiarity versus less traffic.
Which one is closer to the gate of the city?
There's multiple gates out of the city. And you know that they typically stay open. Port Wayworth isn't one of those towns that just completely walls things off. There are segments of town that just don't have walls. It's usually the more posh sides of town that kind of have the gated areas. So it depends on which gate you're wanting to go to. The one next to the port, of course, has the port, and it's closer to the northern gate. The other one that's towards the town center is, or Old Town Center is in the southeast. So towards the southern gate. Let me bring up my map real quick.
Yeah, I meant like which one is closer to the gate that is like just in general, which is closer to a gate, to an exit point from the town.
Probably the one that is near the southern side at the central side, like the old town, would be closer to a gate. You know that you could blend in a little better, or you could make effort to blend in a little better down there as well. So if you had to get the heck out of town, you'd probably choose that one. Now, if you wanted to go by ship, you'd choose the port.
I'm not going to go by ship, so I'm going to choose the Old Town warehouse then.
Okay, cool. All right, so as far as this Old Town warehouse, like I said, it can be, it was owned by a third party, so it was typically a place to exchange between groups. You start leading everyone down through the city, ducking in and out. Every once in a while, you'll hear guard patrols moving through. You'll stop and duck into a corner, and you eventually make your way to a dirtier part of town. It's even more run down than you recall, Archie. It looks like in the time since the Black Wolves ended, the city hasn't had any protectors. Petty crime is on the rise, and there's really no one to care for the families and people here. There's a lot of people homeless on the streets and begging. So the situation has gotten worse.
That's worse than when we were here.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, even though you weren't good, you took care of the people in town. So the situation was better for everyone else. And you come up to the warehouse. It's unmarked. There are crates and things outside. The smell of the salt air here is very faint since you've moved away from the coast. And you're standing in front of these 2 large double doors that have some gapping in them to where from where the wood is rotten. So not the sturdiest of doors, but they are currently closed.
I punched the door.
Man, it took a long time to come up with that.
Your hand goes through the boards. Like it doesn't shatter the door, but there's just like a fist-sized hole in there that you can look into. And inside there's a bunch of old crates that have been, you look through the hole, there's old crates that the tops have been removed. There's nothing in there that really seems like it's currently holding anything.
Interesting. These doors used to be way stronger, and we'd punch them to let people know that we were coming.
Oh, Well, in that case, I'll help, and I'll punch the door as well.
From down the street, there's a scraggly, skinny guy who's just kind of sitting there. He starts looking over at you. You've gotten his attention.
I flip him a gold coin and I say, "You saw nothing, right?"
He doesn't say anything back. He picks up the coin and he pulls his hood up over his head and just goes back to sitting.
Okay. But I open the door from my new handle that I made for myself.
Yeah, so you start pulling it open, and there is a chain, a rusted chain that's wrapped around on the inside, but apparently whatever was locking or holding it up isn't holding it properly, and it just starts sliding out. As it comes down, you can see that it was connected to the handle on the other side, and the handle had just fallen from the other door.
Okay.
So now, yeah, it's a decent size warehouse. It's about, it's warehouse size. What's warehouse size?
Ooh, we got a new home base.
Warehouse size.
100 by 30.
That's probably fine
Oh,
for a small
pretty big.
large.
warehouse for trading of goods.
Archie, go ahead and give me a roll to see if you remember, or if you actually knew the person who ran this particular establishment.
13.
Okay. You remember the guy's name. It's a guy by the name of Tobias Caller. The only other way that you knew to typically get in touch with him is to go into his pub, which is pretty nearby, right down the street, so that he could keep tabs on this place. And it was called Leadbelly's Pub. Now, whether or not it's still open, you don't know.
Okay, well, I'm just going to usher everyone inside for now.
Okay, so let's make sure that we're alone.
Yeah, I was about to say the same. I'd like to search the place.
Okay.
Yeah, I say we search the place real quick just to make sure.
All right, that'll be in.
As we enter.
Is there light in here?
No.
Tanner, I have a passive perception of 18, so if anybody is following us and they roll less than an 18, I should probably know that they're following
Sure.
us.
I have my lantern that sees 60 feet of bright light, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could bring that out and kind of light the place up.
Whoop.
Yeah, if you want to check this area out to see if there's anything in particular here, it's going to be an investigation roll. So anyone that wants to do it can do it, or you can give one person, advantage by just helping them out.
Maybe we could split up and search corners. There's 4 corners, 4 people.
Boom. All right,
Plus-
I searched my
plus-
corner. But
Yeah, I'm gonna
12
search a corner.
investigation.
Plus Chandri and Haran, they could take the middle, I guess.
A non-natural one.
Oh.
Go ahead and get
Jesus.
the bad roll out of the way.
All right, well, I got a 12 total.
Yeah, I got a 13.
I like how I gave everyone the option to just lay it on one person to search the whole fucking place. But now we have a couple corners that are very well searched. 3, in fact.
Wait, who rolled well?
Margbark stumbling over crates
Is a
in the
12
corner,
passable?
trying to find his way through.
I
Yeah.
wasn't going to do anything. I just was going to... I was just going to passively walk around. I figured we'd find whatever we found eventually.
Yeah, like if you like you guys can take a look around. I mean, there's not much going on, but to see if there's anything, traps or hidden things or anything like that.
What do you guys see? I haven't found shit.
Yeah, I go help Margbark in his corner with a 3.
I also
Six, come
go
over
and
here.
help.
Look at this. What do you
Oh,
see?
I go and help Margbark with a 2.
Oh, fucking
So-
nothing. Great.
Archie, we can't find shit over here. I have no clue what's happening in this corner.
I get in a crate and I pull the lid over me so that they can no longer find me.
I'm not even sure if this is a corner.
This looks kind of round to be a corner.
Six is just stumbling around in the middle of the room.
It's a corner, but it's a corner of boxes. Just
Osiris stands from her corner and looks at Fraser Margbark's corner.
You guys are fucking idiots. There's nothing in the warehouse other than in this corner. You can't tell. You're like, my God, this is the most empty corner of the warehouse, but I can't tell. You're so uncertain about this corner. It's unsettling. And like, not in the unsettling kind where it's like, okay, hey, maybe just because these, dark corners, maybe a spider or something's over here, but like some eldritch kind of unsettlement. Like in the corners, there's something moving or whispering, just kind of this off-putting, eerie sort of, the smell of the sea is the strongest here, and you hear some slurping, like
Slurping.
It's
Please,
probably
no.
important that we mention that we are level 7 now. Yay.
oh yeah, that's
We did it.
important. Hey, welcome to
Yay.
level 7.
Yay.
Anyone get anything cool? If not, we'll just continue on.
We got
level
access
4
to
spell.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, fourth level spells, and I'm going to cast banishment on that corner. Like,
Are you?
I'm gonna.
no.
Oh, you should.
Hey, Tanner, is this warehouse, primarily made of wood?
It is like the structure is wood. You could see all these large beams inside holding it
Okay.
up. The outside
taking
is
note.
mostly wood as well. You can see that it's a lot of kind of patchwork and stuff, some metal pieces and things kind of covering some stuff, some stone in some areas, usually towards the bottom of it. You could tell that this is a structure that was built on an old structure, even older and more decrepit.
Okay.
I think we're alone. That's what we
think
get from
we're
our
alone
investigation
now.
rolls. No,
Doesn't
no.
seem to be anyone around. Okay, great.
Wow, what a great
What a great.
good job, guys.
Okay, so Chandri and Haran are whispering in the center, talking low, not really whispering, while you guys all search around. You don't really find anything. That corner really worries you, though. Like, it's not great.
We stay away from that corner
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, cool.
Well, Chandri, Drosden Mill, when was the last time you knew someone lived there?
In trust, well, and as he starts to think, you can see kind of that pained expression that you guys have come to understand
I
across his
Oh.
face.
Do you know why it's called Drosden Mill?
Well, it'd be after someone's name, I suppose. Why are you asking me such stupid questions?
Have you ever heard of Wilsford Drosden?
I haven't heard. I don't have time for peasants.
What do they do in Drosden Mill?
What's
their
It's a
trade?
mill. They do wood.
What kind?
Crown's wood.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay, well, I just want to keep asking you questions to hurt your head.
That's what I assumed. That's what Six was doing. That's why I was just letting it go.
Like all of the people of Drosden Mill, it seems, are disappeared, but
Wait.
the place itself he's still aware of, and they still have like a trade. And
This does not
things.
have to be. This does not have to be left in the podcast. But Six and Archie are the only people that have been in the smoke.
Oh yeah,
right?
but Fraser does have a connection now after touching the stone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he can remember the people at Drosden.
Because I remember when the little like college kids took over Chandri's place. He didn't remember any of the people, but he did
Oh.
remember Hearts. But now after that, he did touch the stone.
Yeah, Margbark, he touched the stone. Yeah, like when he
Yeah,
touched it, he had a
knows the
connection.
stuff
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It was in the bag. Tiny was in the
this
bag.
this is true. Osiris, do you remember the fishman?
Oh,
Fishman that was in the
Oh.
cave.
Talking
Would I
about the
remember
dwarf.
the?
Yeah.
Would I
Do you
remember the fishman?
Yeah, do you remember the dwarf Osiris? This is very important.
He was a translucent amphibious half-breed. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. Fishman, same thing.
you remember him?
Yeah, of course. He was in the cave.
What about Kef?
She never met Kef.
I don't think I know Kev.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Cool
well,
name.
that's good that he's alive. It might mean that Kef is alive. And her really stupid son.
Oh, what about the guy and the dog? Jefferson.
What about Jefferson?
Oh,
Do
no.
you remember Jefferson and Pete?
Did she meet Jefferson?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I met the dog.
She met the dog.
Met Pete.
Yeah,
Oh,
she-
yeah.
Do you remember Pete?
Do I?
You remember Pete?
Oh, thank God. Arf is
That's
still
it. Don't
there.
fucking do it, Tanner.
You can't kill dogs in this podcast, Tanner. Even though we literally, I punched a dog with a mace. I guess that's not really punching.
Oh, what a good boy.
It was Pete too, actually.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
it was Pete.
You did.
Yeah,
I hit
you
Pete with
asshole.
a mace.
I was going to say,
Fucking-
wasn't
you
that
hit
Pete that
Pete.
you beat the shit out of with
I
the
didn't
mace?
beat
And
him. I didn't beat
that was
the
like in like
shit out of
episode
Pete.
2.
Yeah,
I was
didn't
so
beat
mad
the
at you.
shit
I
out
mean,
of
to be
Pete.
fair,
And he gave you puppy
in
eyes.
Yeah.
episode 2, they deserved it. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they were shitheads, and Jefferson
either one or
redeemed
two, I don't-
himself, kinda.
Pete was never a shithead. Pete was doing what dogs do for their owners, man. Come on. It's not
Yeah.
his fault.
Yeah, he was being
He's
a
a
good
good
boy,
boy.
doing what
He's a
he was
good
told.
boy.
Yeah,
He's
so
the
it's
goodest
Jefferson's
of
fault.
boys.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
good dogs,
Jefferson
Brent.
punched Pete with the mace. There you go.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, if Jefferson's new name is Six.
Okay. So what awaits us in Perosha? Why should we go there? I was thinking if nothing's in Drogston Mill, maybe we should head back to Leyland. Why would we go to Perosha?
Look, I would not go back to Leyland. They know your affiliations. You signed contracts. Your employer has been alerted to the fact that you were, or at least that you were going to be sentenced. And I imagine that he probably didn't contact you to save his own skin.
I can't blame him for that one. Baith Sashir.
Sure.
Good fella.
Yes, I dealt with
Yeah.
him that one time. But if I'm being honest, the reason why you don't go back there is because they know that's where you would go. That would be a place where they would find you. Just like we were saying, we wouldn't gone to go. I certainly don't think we go any closer to the capital city.
And we should go to Perosha where they know you're gonna go?
We should go to Perosha because no one's there. And it is not where they know that I'm going to go because I didn't get the Queen's permission.
Wait
What was that?
I didn't get the Queen's permission.
I'm sorry.
I didn't get the Queen's permission. It's a
Dun dun
it's a
dun.
coup of a place where no one lives and nothing exists, so it doesn't matter. I'm taking it over, and it's going to be mine, and I need your help. But just to watch my back. But I'll allow you any resources that you need, and plus, when we get there, it'll be a perfect hiding spot, and then you could go about your business from that location, and no one will be any wiser.
You all hear that? Jay, what he just said?
I did. I'm a little skeptical. The last time we tried to help him, it kind of got us in some shit.
Well,
I thought I heard you already owned a town.
It is a town. I want a castle.
Sounds greedy.
wait.
That's a fair
I
point.
don't-
Yeah, no, I
Yes.
understand. I wanted a castle too.
Thank
so-
you. Yes, it is.
Hold-
Why not
That's
be
a lot to
greedy?
clean,
Why
Archie.
not? If it's there and no one's doing anything with it, I was the only person interested in taking it over, and so therefore no one else is going to go there and take it.
Wait a second. Okay. Why? When? How long has Perosha been
Like, how long has it existed? Empty. Oh, okay. There's a long gap in your sentence. How long has it been empty? He'll look up to Haran. I believe it's been. You can see both of them kind of have a, that similar look on their faces.
Oh shit.
It was
Does it look pained?
a little bit.
Okay, of course. Fuck.
There were some people involved in a falling out with the king, as the queen's father, and the 20 some odd years that I think something must have happened. That's strange. We would have documented news. I don't know why I never thought about it before.
I'm getting real tired of being one of the only people who fucking remembers where that thing goes.
Yeah, I think that we have three of the only people here, are probably the only three people that know where that thing goes. We should explain.
You know what we should do? We should go find a stone and make Chandru touch it.
I agree, but that's what I wanted to do with Osiris. I wanted Osiris to touch the stone because it looks like when Margbark did, he was able to remember. Oh, I think we should explain. So, there's a giant smoke monster that's trying to end everything.
And you're saying that to Chandri and Haran?
And I'm looking at Osiris when I say it because we haven't explained.
This is new
it
for
to-
me.
Yeah, we haven't explained that to Osiris yet either.
What? You're telling me this now?
I've tried to tell Six to stop telling people because it really makes him seem crazy. But I promise he's not.
Look, I've done plenty of searching in the woods, and I've found several stones, and some have magical powers, but I have never heard of a memory loss / memory gain.
Oh, it's worse
stone?
than that. It's as if they never existed. If you're consumed by the smoke, you never exist. That's
Oh my
kind of what we
stars, like-
found.
Wow.
And Chandri will pipe up. Sure. And what exactly does... How do you remember something that no one else remembers? Like, that doesn't make... That makes...
Archie, you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. Because we survived. We survived it. That's why.
We literally fought death. Well, actually, Argo kind of fought death.
No. We ran. We ran from death.
That's
We didn't fight death.
True, yeah.
Oh, by the way, just so you're aware, that's who you're dealing with. So when we get to Perotia, things should probably remain on the up and up, eh?
Oh, things should remain on the up and up because I should be afraid of people who ran from death.
Oh no, you should be afraid of me because of who I am, but that's besides the point.
I already am. I don't know why you're trying to emphasize it. You could kill me if Haran wasn't here.
That's true. I don't want to fight
see Archie
Haran.
begin thinking, like, whether or not he wants to take that argument. He just leaves it go.
Wait, does this stone have to do with that Dormloud guy?
I don't know the answer to that, but it does seem to have a connection somehow. But the smoke is
So-
not Dormloud. They are two separate entities.
So we had a possession of one of these stones, and you didn't show me?
Remember the stone that popped out of my bag just before the giant black armored guy in the underground
yeah.
place?
Yes.
There was the
I do.
Chablis, rest in peace.
Yeah.
There was the stone,
Rip Chablis.
and then
2023.
Dormloud.
Mwah, mwah.
So if this stone is very powerful, who has it?
Hey, Six, you remember that stupid wizard who I cut in half and said Dormloud would wreck us? You know what's even funnier than him being cut in half? The fact that he was also wrong.
He was wrong. He didn't wreck us. We survived somehow.
That actually brings up a good question, though. Where did Dormloud go?
Hold on. Before we get to Dormloud, let's talk about something else that I mentioned to you guys, but I don't know that you fully grasp what's happened. I know the location now of 3 stones.
There's more?
Yes. One of them
3?
Yeah. Okay. So let's go over this. One was the one in the bag, right? That was one. The other is one that I saw Brother Gansel give to Wilfred Droston. And that's not going to make sense to a couple of you because those people might not exist. Oh, does Brother Gansel exist? I say that to Osiris, who has the tie to Brother Gansel. Does she know?
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
do remember Brother Gansel.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
So, Brother Gansel has to do with this?
I think so. But
Oh, I only met him in passing, but he seemed decent.
here's the crazier part. The last stone is now in the hands of the people of my captors at the prison.
Where did that one come from?
They took it out of my head.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
So wait. If your brain was a stone and they took it out,
I
Oh,
don't
his brain's not a stone
I
because
don't know
he's still
that's my
operating.
brain. Yeah, I still
He's
well,
operate.
you act
pretty
like
normal.
your brain's a stone sometimes.
Now, I will say that fair.
Does that mean he's
That's
smart?
that's kind of mean. I will say that I haven't felt exactly the same since it came out. I can't explain it because I don't really have feelings necessarily.
But you can cast spells still.
I can, and I cast. No, I don't cast anything. I make a little.
And he guiding bolts Chandra.
Yeah, I was just like,
yeah.
Maybe that would explain the black spaghetti monster coming out of your face every time that big stone showed up.
Yes, I agree.
Was it
What?
reaching out to the stone in your head?
I think so. I bet you
I'm
if I saw a
just
stone
gonna
now-
go watch the door at this point. It's gotten a little too Cthulhu-y for him.
I could just imagine Chandri and like Haran are standing there with like these blank expressions on their face, like, what the fuck? Like,
Yes, you hear Chandri whisper. Are you sure? Should we not? Maybe we should get other people? Haran goes, I don't think that there's... You got anyone else? No, not really. There was that freaky banjo kazoo playing guy. It was a...
I don't even know whose voice that is.
I'm just trying. Doesn't matter. All right. Okay. Archie, you go look outside. The guy you tossed the coin, no longer there.
Yeah, I think if I saw a stone now, I don't know that it would have the same effect, Margbark.
Sounds like we need to find these stones.
I agree.
I think if they get into the wrong hands, sounds like they could have a lot of power. And I'd like to do some research on these too.
There's a lot to still figure out, but I think that is a good statement you made there, Osiris. I think finding the stones should be a top priority.
This is about to be like a Thanos thing.
What do you think, Margbark?
I'm down to get stoned. Archie, is there a pub near here?
Tanner's secretly planning this like golden glove that attaches all the 5
Oh, yeah.
stones.
It's all
just
ugly
snap
stones,
and everything just disappears. Snap.
It's 50%. Come on now.
Oh shit.
No, this is all
Spider-Man
of them.
does that.
Hey, this is Tanner's
It's
world.
all-
This is Tanner's world. He can make it 100%.
This is our world. It's fine.
Iron Man did. Lol.
I used to be one down the road. It was actually a person who owned this warehouse, but, kind of been behind bars for the last 5 years or so I don't really know if he's still in business.
In your memory, was it a place where people of a certain occupation could go and safely commune and have a drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rich fiction
Yeah.
we're building here.
Yeah.
Air to shore, yeah.
Well, since there's nothing of importance in this warehouse, except for that spooky corner over there, which I'm not really
When you
fond
look
of.
back over in the corner, look,
Fuck that
there's
corner.
a stone.
The corner's just staring menacingly.
There's not a...
What do you say we pop down to the pub and have a few pints?
I actually am going to have to very hard disagree with you there, Margbark. I think that we don't show our faces outside of this warehouse. I know that you're sad about your Chablis, and I'm sorry, buddy.
Wait, you expect me to sleep
Oh,
here?
shit! I just said that in front of Chandri.
Oh, you should have said anything because I didn't think about it. But now, okay, thank you for. So what now? Chablis?
What? What do you mean?
No. You said.
I think he said, a shoe. I think he
No.
sneezed,
That's
actually.
No. He did not.
Roll deception.
He said.
I forgot that
He said
that we were with Chandri.
He said Chablis. All right.
What's the big deal on Chablis?
What's the big deal on Chablis? Yeah. What's the big deal on Chablis?
Yeah.
Hmm?
No, I'm asking.
No, I'm asking
you,
them.
the pub.
Maybe they were thinking that Chablis might be at the pub.
Yeah, maybe we can go down to
Oh,
the
yeah.
pub, have a
Yes,
nice glass
absolutely.
of
In this
Chablis.
neighborhood?
Yeah.
I think that's
There's
what
no
he
way
was
in hell
trying to
this place
say.
is going to serve you Chablis,
I didn't
bruv.
get to have the Chablis before. I'd like to
I
have a
really
glass of Chablis now. I figured probably they don't
no,
have
but
the
I really
same.
like Chablis. What kind of Chablis did you have?
Oh, I know. That's the thing. I didn't have
Okay.
the Chablis. I would love to have some, and I never could have any.
Okay, roll deception.
That's what I meant. He was sad.
That's
about it.
deception. That's truth.
Well,
What?
okay, in
No,
possession.
you did have it. You tasted it.
You did
okay.
taste it. Yeah,
You had a little
one
taste
drop.
on your tongue.
I will. You, know
got
what?
the one drop. Sorry,
I
buddy.
will let you use that inspiration that you never used from that on this roll.
Come
It's
on.
a 20. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
So I can hold on to that inspiration.
No, it's done. Okay, so what do you say to him? What do you say to him with this?
Look, I've always dreamed of having a lovely Chablis. I thought I would have a chance to have some just recently. Unfortunately, that opportunity was taken away from me at the hands of someone I hate. And now I'd love to go down to the bar and just have a nice glass of wine or whatever the barkeep has to offer.
You know,
Probably a watered down sea swill, to be honest.
gross. You know, I can relate to that. Chablis is my favorite wine. I have a prized Chablis. I should have brought it. I don't know why I didn't bring it for this trip in particular.
Oh, really? What kind is it?
for Almacans, actually. The rarest Chablis in the world.
From the Queen's grapes.
Yes, they
I'm familiar.
good. A connoisseur.
You told us about it.
That would be far too rich for my blood. I could never afford it.
What?
I'd have to steal it.
Oh, okay. Well, tell you what.
Hypothetically speaking, of course.
If you come along on this expedition with me and it is successful and we decide to venture out and I go back home, I will share some of my Foralmacans with you.
I would love that.
All right. So, do we have we're not sleeping here, right? Like, this place sucks.
What other option do we have?
Do you want to get caught or do you want to be comfortable?
My face isn't plastered all on these portraits yet. So I might have one night in a bed.
All right, well, you can go on up to the rich area, and you can go sleep in a bed, and you can hope that none of the guards of Port Wayworth come knocking for you, since you were there with us.
I'm not that stupid. I would sleep in a flea-ridden bed in this hovel town before I would go back up and see my peers on the upper side of the city. Besides, Port Wayworth rich folk suck.
That's probably the only thing you and I will ever agree on, Chandri.
Finally, we're building bridges, crossing lines, making alliances. This is wonderful. So, what are we going to do? Haran, do you know the town, Haran? Haran just shakes his head no. Shit. All right.
If I could make a suggestion, it's harder to see people at night.
Wow, you're very smart. Are you sure that stone that they took out wasn't your brain?
I don't think so.
Good.
Would you cut him some slack, man? He's only been awake for like 45 days.
Please don't cut me.
See what I mean?
I can't. And he just kind of walks away. He says, Haran, I can't.
Well, if you guys want to stay in an inn or something,
No, I don't.
I'd say bye.
I don't think that's a good idea. Look.
Not us, them.
Oh yeah.
We're not leaving. That is incredibly stupid.
Fucking Haran just inadvertently called his fucking liege stupid. That was great.
He
did
said
kinda
shit
do that.
about him before, if you recall. He's like, oh yeah, I serve him because he serves
It's not like
me."
Chandra's gonna fuck
Yeah,
with him.
seriously. But
Yeah,
he
that's
just
true.
he just stabs people in the gut. He is dead now. I have no regrets.
No regrets.
Okay.
Hello, dear listeners, and thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Nether Realm podcast.
You
The
said it so
Neverthere.
well, but I'm going to say it better.
All right, say it.
All right. Hello, dear listeners. What do I say after that?
Hello, dear listeners, and thank you so much for listening to this episode of Nether Realm, the Neverthere.
Much for listening to the Neverthere.
Neither of us know how to do a midpoint properly.
Will's
because
gonna
Will
kill
and Tanner
us.
normally do it, and they're going to be super upset that we have royally screwed this one. But we're glad that you are here to listen to this episode of our podcast.
All right, we're starting. Hello, dear listeners. Thank you so much for listening to episode.
Oh my God, we're bad at this.
Which episode is this?
Oh,
Hold on, which
we're
one
bad
just
at
came out?
this.
Wait, which
30
one's coming out tomorrow?
We don't even
We
know
know.
what we're doing here. We don't know what episode this is.
All right. Hello, dear listeners, and thank you. What do I say? What did you say? What did you
don't
say? I
know.
need to write this out.
Just say some shit. Say thank you for listening to this episode of the Nether Realm.
Okay. Hello, dear listeners. Thank you so much for
Hello, dear
listening to
listeners,
the
and
newest
thank you
episode.
so much for listening to this episode of the Nether Realm, the Neverthere. Emily wanted so bad to say hello, dear listeners, and she can't even say it.
It's been almost 2
Anyway,
minutes.
make sure you go find us on all of the social medias. We're on the platform formerly known as Twitter, X.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram.
TikTok.
We're on TikTok.
Yeah,
We're
but
on Lemmy.
Instagram is we are on Lemmy.
Everything
Instagram.
you can find us at NetherRealm on every social media except for Instagram, where it's at NetherRealm Podcast.
Did you say Netherrealm for the other ones?
I said NetherRealm like 30 times.
At Netherrealm. That's NOTHERREALM. N-O-T-H-E-A-L-M.
You had to think about that so hard.
Then if you want.
Anyways, the next episode, Emily, when's the next episode come out?
N-O-T-H-E-A-L-M-P-O-D-C-A-S-T. Our next episode comes out on October the 9th, and that is a Monday, if you didn't know what day that was.
It's literally always a Monday.
October the 9th. Our next episode comes out Monday, October the 9th. And we are so excited for you to listen to that.
And also the rest of this episode. We hope you enjoy that more than this midpoint.
I hope Will has something salvageable from this midpoint, actually. Because I don't think any of this was.
We'll just send them this and hope everything goes well. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, okay, so what is the plan? What are you guys thinking?
I don't think we go anywhere where people can recognize us. That's probably a shitty idea.
Yeah, I think 6 has the best idea so far is we need to go somewhere probably at night or see if maybe there's an opening to like a sewer or something in this building or near this building that we could like.
That sounds
like
gross.
Catacombs or something. Yeah, no, it's gross, but gross is better than caught and or dead.
Well, I just think that we can take on a small amount of guards at night. Like truthfully, I think we should just wait till it's dark. Archie knows his way kinda through the town. He can lead us out, and we just get as far away from this as we can.
Okay, so as you guys are talking about this, we'll say your characters are kind of discussing it.
Fuck it, let's steal some horses.
Haran says, look, Perosha does seem to be a good option. It is far, but it is far from the eyes of Queen, the guard, the military. It is not on anyone's radar. The only reason that it was on Chandri's is because he saw it on an old map, not the current official map either. It is something that our historian Pudridge found and reported on. So I don't think that anyone is looking there.
Oh, thank goodness, Pudridge is there.
Well, he's not there yet. We need to send a message to him and then meet up with him. But as far as I see it, there might only be 2 real ways out of town, unless he looks over to you, Archie. Unless you know of any sort of secret passages. Even once we get out of town, we're going to have to find our way to Perosha, which is 200 miles away. So if we're going to make that trip, I think there's only one of 2 routes that we could take. We could either go by road. We take the Southern Hill Road between here and Canaan Cross, and then make our way east. Or we take the River Sanguine, which ends up at the lake alongside Perosha. So 2 options, whether or not you want to go by boat or by road. Either way, we'd have to find some sort of transportation that is too far for us to walk and maintain pace.
I say we go by boat.
You can hear Chaudhry in the background.
I do like a good boat arc.
Tanner, where is Perosha on the map? I'm currently looking.
Perosha is east. You don't really know because you've never seen it on a map before. And it is, they haven't pulled out a map or anything to show you where the markings are. He's just said it's 200 miles east.
I have this map here. We would have a map in our stuff. We got all our stuff back. Let's pull out the map and tell him to show us where it's at.
Yeah.
But the point is Perosha's not on a
It
map.
actually is on
I
the map.
see it. No, I see it on the
You should
map.
be able to
It is on
point
the map.
out
I see it on the
it is.
map.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I just looked too. Yeah, it's on the map.
But yeah, I thought that was a little flavor you were doing
Barotia.
because it makes sense if it's an old town that nobody really knows about. Maybe it wasn't on the map, but I was going to have him point the direction of it, Archie. It's kind of.
But
what
I mean,
was
let's
thinking.
play with that. Like they've told you that you've never seen it on a map. I'm going to keep going with that.
Guys, what problems do we solve if we just leave the mess that we've caused behind? If we just leave and go to Perosha? just to help him set up a castle?
What mess?
Well, effectively, there is no more mess because they don't exist.
We have some crooked people. Pretty powerful stones, it sounds like.
So, 2 things. We can't go back to where one of the stones is, or 2 of the stones, presumably. The 2 that we left in the prison area.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet, at least. The other one, I don't know where it would be. Brother Gansel gave it to Wilfred Droston, who doesn't exist, so presumably it could be somewhere in that town. However, pretty sure if that thing is after it, it probably already has a stone. It's gathering them like infinity stones, and it's going to put it in some type of gauntlet later.
Oh, so clever and original.
Yeah, it's not like it was said 15 minutes ago. Dork.
I say we go to my vote. Look, since we're doing it democratically now, my vote is that we follow Chandri to Perosha. Oh, I say we do a walking montage and get there now.
All right.
There's just a lot of cuts back and forth of like me laughing and then Six laughing, saying some words.
Oh,
Archie
boy.
going, "Oh God!"
Oh, and you guys are in old Perosha. Hey, and look, there's a welcoming
Yay.
committee. They say you own it now. The game is over. We defeated the thing for you, but we'll give you all the credit.
We did it.
The smoke monster's
Yay.
there in a tuxedo, and he says, "Welcome to my party."
Welcome to my party. I just was trying to give you guys an invite the whole time.
I just wanted to be friends.
Yeah.
And it was love the whole time.
It was love. Yeah, the answer was love.
It was
Yeah.
inside you the whole
Okay.
time.
But what really is happening is you guys are making a decision on whether or not you're going and how you get there if you do decide to go. So Osiris is posing, why go there? You guys are saying there's nothing to go to find the stones.
6 made a vote that we follow them there. It's up to everybody else to vote and see what we do.
So is there like a river entrance to Port Wayworth?
There is a river north of Port Wayworth that is the Broadswitch. So the Broadswitch River is north of it. So you'd have to go back up through town because you are on the southeastern side. And then you, Archie, you know you don't want to take that one because it takes you to Lake Hopesworn, which is in the
Right in front of the... Yep.
yeah, the island on the middle of that houses the castle, the primary Hopesworn Palace of Queen Isilta Torre.
Well, if you're saying we can't do anything about the stones right now, I say this is our best way to go.
Yes, we regroup and go. We can maybe find a boat on the way. Archie, you kind of know the direction we need to head into and maybe the easiest route out of town. I don't see any reason to not do this. And Margbark's a good captain. So if we can find a boat, we could just jump on that river that the name y'all said of. Yep, that thing.
Ah, yes, Captain Smoth. I have dreamed of this day for years. Let's go, crew.
All right, so you guys know, if you want to go southeast out of Port Wayworth, it's not very far. You could probably get to the rivers in a night. However, the only question is, you need supplies and you need a boat. So trying to find one of those or those types of things would be kind of difficult. It is sunset outside. It'll soon be dark. So trying to work through the night and get that stuff figured out could be priority.
Well, I think that our best bet would be to find a boat not in the city. So do you guys know of any strongholds between here and the river where we would jump on the river? I look at Chandri and I look at Archie as well, see if Archie knows kind of the surrounding area enough to know maybe we can find a boat in some of these other places.
Chandri will pipe up. You want to find a reputable place to find a boat from. Good call. I think we should find a den of thieves that could get us out of town and away from here. It'd be our best bet, because if we try and go to a place that's legitimate, they legitimately might turn us in.
Archie?
That's true.
I look at Archie.
All right, I'll make all of you a deal. I know somewhere I can go to look to see if we can find us passage out of the city. But there's no way in hell any of you are coming with me, because you're all going to get me in trouble if you do. Well, except maybe Margbark. You'd probably fit in.
I wouldn't fit in. Six looks dejected.
No, honestly, Six.
No, it's a very small door. You literally wouldn't fit in.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I can go.
No, sorry, Osiris. You must be at least this tall.
It's okay, Osiris. We can play chess. And I open the chessboard.
Ooh, okay. I love chess.
There's one piece missing.
Oh,
Fuck.
It's the king too.
Yeah, it's the black queen is
Black
missing.
Queen's missing. Yeah.
Well,
I take a piece of charcoal off the ground and carve a queen.
Wow, you're quick.
roll to see how good it is.
Okay, yeah, Will's running the game now. All right.
What?
It's 11. 11.
11. Oh, that's
Oh.
the best number. Wow, this queen looks amazing. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. And I replaced I set the board up and get ready to play. All right, Archie, do your thing that you were doing. This actually moving the story forward.
I was at a loss until you were like, Den of Thieves. And then I was like, all right, well, that's about the biggest fucking clue I'm going to get to go fuck around at this pub. So,
Oh, I wait. If that's what you lead you there, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
At least take Margbark with you, Archie. If you'll fit in, I think that's. I know you're capable, but I think I would just feel better if you had some backup. And if I can't go,
It never hurts to have someone watching your back.
here's the problem. None of you know the city like I do. So if we have to run and get away, I've got to keep one of you from getting caught with me as well. And that creates double the amount of work.
You forget I have 2 useful skills in such a scenario. I can turn invisible, and I can make 2 more of me.
he's got a point.
We definitely don't want 2 more of you. That's 2 more things for people to look for.
Invisibility it is. Let's go.
No argument here. All right. Yep. But the rest of you stay here. We'll be back soon-ish.
So this is how the night moves, and I'm showing Osiris as if she doesn't know how to play chess.
Come on, Margbark. Let's go.
I throw my hood up over my head.
Chandra yells out, "Bring back pillows."
At Chablis, if you find Chablis,
What a fucking douche.
pillows.
All right. So, are you guys you heading out to someplace in particular, or the place I mentioned earlier?
Yeah, the place you mentioned earlier.
Okay, you know it's right down the road. Again, the guy that was on the street no longer there. But you make your way up the road, cut a few corners, dive behind a few places from a couple of drunken guards. They don't pay too much attention on this side of the street or help out. And you eventually make your way to...
This better have a good name.
Oh, I already said it was Leadbelly's Pub.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I mean, it's just a good...
It's no doting doublets and other grateful garments.
You
is all
you
I'm
make
saying.
your way
Yeah.
to
dank drinks and other.
thoughts
I
to think.
give the door a solid thump as a entrance request.
It's lively inside. No one pays it any mind. Actually, as you kind of knock, someone else kind of stumbles out. It's half off. He stumbles away.
Oh, half off tonight. All right, good to know.
Sorry,
Archie understands.
buy BOGO. He keeps going.
Oh, buy one, get one. Very nice.
Archie understands drunken Port Wayworthian.
We did decide we did get all of our Eider back,
Correct.
right? Our Eider was
Yeah.
okay. Good.
Which I happen to be the one
There you go.
holding.
Yes,
so.
absolutely. That's what I was making sure.
All right, you guys go inside here, and there's a couple of tables where people are gambling. There's a few people arm wrestling and people cheering them on the sides. A couple of people doing some drinking games. It's a very lively location. There is a stage set up for a bard or someone to perform. But you see a broken lute up there on the stage and no one around that would be using it. This place is rowdy and it's a damn good time. Both of you, I would imagine, are just like, yeah, this is comfortable.
My
yeah.
people.
So as you look around in this kind of warmly lit candlelight area, there's a couple different people moving about serving drinks. A bartender, people trying to keep some people under control. You could see over to your left as you come in, there's this big, burly human that's sitting there. He's probably supposed to be the bouncer, but things haven't gotten bad enough yet for him to try and step in. He knows that he'd probably just get a broken nose and then just get the guys out, so it wouldn't be worth it.
Tanner. Does my coat have a hood?
No.
Okay.
All right, so you walk in. What do?
I'm gonna make my way up to the bar
Okay.
and try to get the attention of the barkeep.
All right. So yeah, you get the attention of the barkeep. This guy walks over. He says, "Hey, what you have? What can I serve you?"
You wouldn't happen to have a Chablis back there, would you?
Bless you. What now?
I'll take an ale.
We've
take
got
an ale.
that finest transport from here to Olmere. The owners, they make it themselves. So he'll pour you up a very cold brew. You can actually see on the wooden mug as he pours it, the mug gets frosty on the outside. He comes over and he slams it down. And he's like, hang on, it's BOGO tonight. So he'll go and he'll pour another one and he'll hand it over to you, Archie. He's like, that'll be a single eider, please.
I'll pass him an eider.
Thank you. Cheap, but very good.
So then this is not the gentleman who I would have expected it to be, right?
Yeah, you don't recognize this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he just seems to work here.
Would there be anything like a giveaway about anybody in this bar that might be like, hey, this is a person we need to go talk to about like furthering our goals here? Or would Archie recognize that?
I think it would be way fucking weirder. I know it's like kind of a potential problem here, but I think it'd be way fucking weirder to me be walking around this pub with a mask on, so I probably would have taken it off before I walked in.
All right, so you take your mask off.
Fucking the silent rolls.
I mean, it's either be weird or try to fit in, or either way, somebody's gonna be looking at me, so.
Yeah, sorry. For podcast purposes, I rolled and didn't say what it was for.
The worst.
All right. Yeah, so you were asking whether or not there was...
You said the old owner's name was Tobias what?
Tobias Collar.
Tobias
Okay.
Shot Caller.
So when he passes the second drink over, I'm just gonna be like, "Is old Tobias still own this place, or he finally sell the damn thing?"
Tobias ain't owned the place for like 3 years now.
Like you run out?
No, he just sold it, retired.
Smart.
Yeah.
What's the name of the new owner?
The two owners, actually. They're nice folk. They're actually out here from Olmere. Don't laugh at it. I mean, they'll laugh with you if you laugh at it, but it's Ula and Uma. Bjorgard, actually. Big people. Not the kind you want to fuck with. They'll smash you with the finger.
Oh, so you telling me they're the Goliath, the old man then?
I mean, that's why the beer's so cold. You see that? There's actually a bit of a spell enchanted on that particular brew. Keeps it cold. Hours and hours and days and months and years or something like that. I don't know. People drink it too fast. We haven't been able to test it.
I've seen a spell like this before.
Cool. Like the beer. Get it? It was a pun. So, I've got other people to serve unless you got any other questions. If you want food or anything like that, just give me a shout. I'll get you set up.
All right, thank you.
I have questions, but you can't just like out and ask people, hey, where can we steal a boat?
I mean, you could. It is kind of that kind of place. You just have to find the right person. And so...
Yeah, that's why I was asking earlier, like, is there anything like that we can I look around to see if there's like somebody who catches an eye like, hey, this is a person we need to go talk to?
You clock everyone in here. It is that kind of place. There's not a family
all right.
man in
Literally
sight.
anyone and everyone.
Yeah, like,
let me just say that you guys don't have to steal the boat either. We do have money.
yeah, so like there's plenty of people in here that you could potentially talk to. I mean, you could take your pick. If there's anyone in particular you want to try and look out for, like particular traits, you can just tell me and I can let you know if that kind of person is in here. But I mean, this place is a bustle with people that, faces tattooed, scars all over, bruises. They are, between them probably have 15 lifetimes of prison sentences.
Shit.
So a real high class place is what you're saying.
No.
Were there any? I mean, I don't know. Were there any like other small time shipping gangs that Archie would recognize?
You know a lot of people like you.
Not fucking enemies.
Yeah, you know a lot of people like you can be recognized by their tattoos. In particular, there's often tattoos on the neck can point to particular allegiances. So if you're looking across these, you do recognize a couple of people that are run by the gangs that did you dirty, that were in the courtroom. And there's one person in particular that you can look around. There's the tattoo on their neck of one of the other gangs, but it's been crossed out with ink. So that's the only person that doesn't seem like that has that kind of connection that you can visibly find while scanning through that seems to have a broken allegiance.
I'm gonna nudge Margbark, and I'm gonna point out the people who were part of the other, like the enemies, the enemy gang members, basically, and just be like, "Don't bother them. They'll rat us out in a second because they know exactly who I am."
In this world, is there a pirating tattoo where, like, if a pirate gets arrested or caught, they give them a mark? Or could there be one of those?
There is for elven thieves, but not for...
Yeah, we can have that. What does that look like?
That's a good question. It looks like a triangle, like, you know, with the pointy side up, and then a cross upside down in it.
Like Satan's Triforce of Power?
Yes, that's exactly
Upside down
right.
cross is not.
I know, but like if we're gonna just
Okay, I didn't know, because some people don't realize that. It's actually the symbol of
don't.
St. Paul.
Yeah, because he was crucified upside down.
Nice.
Yeah. So
The more
Anyway.
Maybe
you know.
let's not have
Yeah.
Christian iconography tied to pirates.
Well, I mean, if like
It could be a triangle with an X in it if you'd like.
Just
how about
skull and crossbones inside the triangle. Do it. Boom. Done.
that's kind of on the nose though, isn't it? How about just the triangle with the X in it then? That's fair.
it's not.
That's
You can make it not a tattoo. You can make it like
Yeah,
a
you can
scar,
scar.
like it's
Yeah.
carved in.
oh, like a burn.
Yeah, a brand.
or a burn or something. Yeah.
It's actually a triangle, but it has a parrot, a patch eye, and a hook in it.
Why don't we just make it a cock and balls, Will? Why not just a wiener, a straight wiener?
So
What you're saying is Van
Jesus.
Margera is a pirate.
Underneath it, it says R.
Okay.
Like-
What is it? I put a kibosh on a bit of it, but what is it exactly? And like,
It's a triangle, pointy side up, X through the
Cool.
center of it.
All right.
There you go. Just a super simple, identifiable mark that
Underneath it
those who
says
might
R.
capture a pirate would put on someone. It's a brand.
Where-
How about that? It's a burn. It's not a
where
tattoo.
would this be located on them?
It may vary
Okay.
depending on who captured the pirate.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there's a couple in here. It's just they have their butt on display, and it's right on their butt,
Is right upon that ass cheek.
right on that ass cheek.
Let's see. So what? Well, I would say you can make it like their right or left hand, like whichever hand is their sword hand.
That's fun.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there because it's like, you know, the sword is one of the weapons of piracy. So you mark the hand that uses the sword.
Wait, does that mean that Margbark would have had this mark the whole time and nobody's noticed?
It's only if you get captured.
That's kind of why I said it varied.
Oh,
Because I didn't
okay,
want it to be
yeah.
like in a specifically visible place. Because I was hoping if we ran into someone that Margbark might reveal something about himself.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So it's not on the hand.
Yeah, so you do know about this mark, and you know a lot of times it is typically put someplace that's not directly visible, because pirates would know where to look for other pirates that have gotten caught and be like, well, you're a shit pirate. But they would want some of these to turn into like privateers or things like that, like actually work for the crown. And they would want to keep that hidden so they could have some air of officiality.
It's all about reform, baby.
Yep. reform the pirates, but if you're a thief from Exarch, you get the scars right on the cheeks. Kind of fucked up.
Exarch don't fuck around.
All right, so yeah, there could possibly be that, but since you've put the stipulation on it that it wouldn't always be completely visible, you have to poke around.
All right, well, let's poke around.
Okay.
Can we just
Gotta check some people's asses.
wander about the bar and
What?
just kind of look around, or can I do like a
Let me see your dick.
Let me see your butt.
Oh my God.
It's God.
The dick in the box.
Please stop.
All right. Yeah, you start asking around the bar. A couple of people point you towards the table where guys are arm wrestling. There's this very large human arm wrestling with a much smaller human, and the much smaller human is holding his own. Archie, with your passive perception, and what's your passive perception, Margbark?
13.
So, Archie notices this. You could see him doing some hand symbols with his other hand underneath the table.
Hand symbols?
Yeah,
Like
like-
he's
right.
like he's like a third base
Yeah,
coach.
yeah, sure,
Like he's
yeah,
wiggling the hat.
sure,
Doing some weird stuff.
sure.
Or casting a spell, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just gonna let it play out.
Okay. Yeah, eventually this guy slams the bigger guy's arm down. The big guy stands up and throws his chair back. Before he can get up in the other guy's face, the other guy pulls a dagger, and it's at the big guy's throat. And a quick flash on his wrist shows the triangle with the X on it. And it's covered up by his clothes very quickly.
Okay, Archie, stand back. I think I got this guy. I can take him.
I want up next. I want to arm wrestle this guy.
Okay, all right. As you walk up the table, the guy says, "Now, friend, I don't think you want to try and move any farther forward. Otherwise, this dagger will go right into a spot where you don't want it. It doesn't taste good with the blood coming up the other way. So, get your boys to back off." The big guy nods to the other guys that have stood up. "And pay me my money." And one of them slides a few eider over to his direction. "Thank you. Goodbye." And kind of beaten and sulking, the other guy stands up. He and two of his other buddies walk away from the table. And this guy looks up at you. Looks like he's trying to be very well kept, but he's got a 5 o'clock shadow, some bags under his eyes, and a little bit of frizz to his hair, but it's still pulled back in a style that's supposed to be prim and proper if you keep up with it. His clothing is very nice, but it's a little stained. And he looks over at you. He says, another challenger. Welcome. Take a seat." Puts a miter down.
While this is going on, Tanner, I'm gonna circle slowly to the side that he was using his hand to make signals with under the table.
So, what's your bet? You have come to arm wrestle me, haven't you? No one just steps up to a table of strangers without having some sort of motive.
Oh, but of course, if you're nice, I might even let you win.
Oh, I am very much not nice, so I'd prefer you not do that.
Well, you're going down, kid.
Fine. Take a seat, sir. And he'll do a half bow to you and sit down himself. Now, you know the rules of the wrestle, right?
I think I do, but go ahead and explain your set of rules to make sure that I'm on the up and up.
Keep the elbow down, don't you lean with your other hand, and use it for leverage. That's really it. And, no spitting. I've dealt with a little bit of spitting.
That's kind of gross, but okay, I will not spit.
I appreciate that. So he'll gesture you to sit. He'll put his elbow on the table, and he'll put his hand forward. Before we begin, how much? My bet typically varies, but I'll go off of whatever you're willing to put forward.
So Archie holds the money now, right?
Uh-huh.
Did anybody figure out like how much we have?
We got about 3,000 gold pieces from what I could figure out
Eider.
after listening back. Eider, yeah.
How about 500 eider?
Oh my goodness, a rich purse. I'm sorry to say I don't have that much, and it wouldn't be very sporting of me to put forward money that I don't actually have.
Oh, wow, I didn't mean to push you all in. What are you safe to bet?
Safe. I'm safe to bet my full purse. Like I said, I don't have 500. with this little addition here, I have 97.
97 it is.
You know, I am not typically one to go all in, but I suppose I can make an exception. Hopefully, you'll be lenient, and if you win, at least buy me a beer. Deal?
Fair enough.
All right.
Margbark rolls up his sleeves. Left one
Okay.
first, right one. As he does, he makes it very noticeable, not like in a showy way, but makes a point to turn the upper part of his forearm toward this guy to show that he has the same brand on the top of his arm.
This guy doesn't even flinch and doesn't make mention of it.
As he should.
All right. Well then, a battle of strength. No funny business, no cheating, and like we said, no spitting. So, have at thee. And he looks up to you, Archie. Sir, would you mind counting us down?
Sure, where would you like me to start?
3.
Are you sure you don't want 4, maybe 2?
5's a good number.
You pick.
All right,
It's just
thanks.
counting. I go is fine.
All right, gents, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, wrestle.
All right. So first off, it will just be a contest of strength to begin with. So go ahead and roll your athletics, and then we can talk about funny business.
That is a 5 + 2, 7.
All right. You seem to be overtaking him. Not by much, but you are beating him out.
Is this what you wanted? To get beat by an old pirate?
Well, I always like a challenge. Archie, this is pitiful to watch. You can see both of them shaking and the sinews of their muscle strained so much, but they're not even the force that they're putting behind it. The muscles are so tiny. And they both exposed their forearms, which doesn't make it look any better.
I'm just like, Archie's just like rubbing his face. Very
All right. Archie, you see his hand shift from the side where you're on and go to his other side, his hand under the table, clearly hiding it from your vision. And as this happens, Margbark, you feel more strength pushing forward, and he's actually edging you in the opposite direction. The game's not over yet.
Whoa, wait a second. You weren't that strong just a second ago.
It's all about the show.
I begin circling.
Okay. You could see his thumb wiggle for a moment, and he moves his hand over to the other side.
I'm just walking like around, like
Oh, okay.
around the
Yeah,
table.
yeah. Anytime that you might get a vantage point, he seems to have shifted his hand.
Okay.
Yeah, he's about 50% closer to pushing you down. So it's. Well, I guess we can do it in quarters. So 3 quarters. 1 quarter from the halfway point. He's winning.
Okay, yeah, he's winning. That's a better way to say it.
Yeah, he's winning. He's winning.
Something tells me you don't play an honest game, son.
Something tells me you didn't listen to the rules, Pops. And the funny thing is he's not really any younger than you.
I was wondering why that conversation had kind of taken that skew of like an old man and a young man.
It's just that I went higher with my voice. Maybe that was the thing. Yeah, so he's almost got you pinned down. Closer and closer. I'm gonna give you a countdown from 5,
Damn it.
4, 3.
I'm gonna do some Eldritch weirdness. I'm gonna
Okay, what do you want to do?
I wanna see if I can just like summon some Eldritch energy strength into my hand.
All right. I don't think this really requires a full conversation with the entity.
I don't think so. Even if it
think-
glows purple, I don't care if he sees at this point because I already
Oh,
don't
okay,
believe
all
that
right,
he's
yeah, you
playing.
put-
I don't believe he's playing an honest game, and I don't care if he knows that I cheat.
What you can do, because you know your powers don't, unless you can find a spell or one of your invocations that might help you here, what you could do is you could actually like burn him with eldritch energy coming out of your fist or out of your
I
palm.
summon a little dagger in my right hand and it shoots through his hand.
Oh, okay.
No,
yeah,
that's
you
fucked
can.
up. Oh, God.
So you
That
see it
seems
pop through
like
on
a
the
huge
other side.
step. Yeah. How about the burning thing? That sounds better. My hand just gets incredibly hot, and
All right.
it glows purple.
Okay, so this purple energy starts to heat it up, and like he sees this happening, and you just you feel him falter. Archie, you see his hand as he kind of grips his thigh in pain, and now having nothing else behind him, you slam his hand down. You piece of shit! You cheated.
Says the guy waggling his fingers under the table.
I knew it. I knew it.
No.
You don't play an honest game, sir. How else do you think your skinny ass is in here beating up on all these hefty men?
Keep your voices down, all right? You can't blow the racket out. These people are drunk and stupid enough to understand that this is how certain things work, okay? Maybe I'm just skinny strong. It happens.
All right, so let's call it even then and say it's a tie.
So nobody wins, even if my friends were here and they saw you cheating more than I was cheating, then you would be in trouble.
Yeah, I might be cheating, but you're extra cheating.
Artie's gonna lean down, just kind of like sink down where his head's even with the two sitting, and he's just gonna look at the guy and go, "You're gonna need a lot more than just your friends, bruv."
Fine.
How about this? I'll still buy you that beer, and we can go have a conversation.
About what?
Well, you see, my friend and I here are looking to get out of town, and we need a certain type of vessel with which to do that. A seafaring vessel. You seem like a gentleman who might know where we could find one.
The port.
It's not quite that simple.
All right, fine. I don't have connections within this establishment, but I'm sure if we asked nicely, we could go to a back room. Say we want to... I don't know. Yes, you lead the way. Where can we go talk about you wanting me to pirate you a boat?
Well, I have this warehouse right down the road.
Yeah, okay, like I'm gonna follow you to a warehouse where you'd surely stab me for my 97-iter.
Son, 97-iter is a drop in the bucket. I'm not concerned with your money.
Why are you calling me son?
Look here, kid.
Hey, Marg, you know you both look about the same age, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's demeaning if you call someone son. Especially if you're trying to intimidate them.
I roll intimidate.
20!
He's 20!
Normally, I would
Where
say
are these good rolls coming from Margbark?
you don't get to dictate when you roll for things. But because you rolled a 20, I guess you were trying to intimidate him to come along, even though you were just trying to shame him into coming along. So that can be your shame roll. And now he's sad that he only has 97-iter, which is a bigger purse than most people. Sure, I feel so sad now about my 97-iter that I will just come with you. This is a weird situation for me, and I need you to understand that as... Can we go, I guess? A fucking 20. I don't even know. I can't react to that because I didn't ask you for anything, Fraser.
It's so good.
You intimidate the table, too. It starts shaking.
Oh my god,
Oh no, the table was a mimic.
I run. I'm out. Fuck this shit. Margbark's on his own.
All right. Yeah. This guy that you just started talking to, he doesn't have a beer that he was drinking. He's just ready to go.
Sorry, he's coming with us. He's gonna go meet our friends. Let's go.
Well, that worked out just like we planned. There you go. Hey. Is that what you had in
Yeehaw.
mind, Archie?
Yeah, Archie, is there anything else you want to do in this situation?
Nah, Marg's got it handled.
You guys kidnapped the pirate.
We didn't kidnap him.
Kidnapping.
We
He's
intimidated
coming
him.
out.
It was
No,
our
Will,
he's
it's
not
not our
a
fault. He's
child.
easily
So you
shamed.
abducted a pirate.
No, there was no force involved.
We adult napped.
All right, you guys make it back to the warehouse with this pirate that you don't know his name.
I'm letting Marg take the lead here. He seems to have this under control.
Are we inside now? Like everyone's here?
Yeah, you go.
Oh,
You're
okay.
in. You're inside.
Okay, so these are our friends. This is Osiris T-Sun,
Hiya.
Hi.
Six,
Oh, hello.
Hi.
and Chandri. He sucks. I mean,
Oh.
he's here. I like Chandri. He's okay. He's not bad. This is his friend Haran, his
I was
guard
going
captain.
to share Chablis with you. I think you should probably have a better opinion of me at this point.
Look, it's not an opinion, it's fact. But anyway, we'll move on. What's your
Haran's
name,
just
sir?
nodding subtly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name before I absolutely owned your ass in that arm wrestling competition.
Yeah, sure. Patrick Seaworth. It's fine to meet you, I guess.
Seaworth, what appropriate name.
I was born
Did you get
for
us
it.
a boat?
So that's what we wanted to talk to you about, actually. All of us are kind of on the run from the crown. There are posters posted up of us everywhere around town, though you might not recognize me in them. I promise it's me.
He looks around the room again. He looks back over at Six and clocks you immediately. He says, I don't really think the charcoal glasses help. You are easy to recognize.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
I'm pretty unique.
the artist did a very good job with his portrait. So, do you know of a way that we could acquire a boat so we could sail down the shore and up the river to Perosha?
Where's Perosha?
Just trust me, it's east of here.
Other side of the continent.
You want to sail from the coast and take the rivers east.
Yep.
Yes.
And you want to get a ship from the port and take it east.
I mean, we're not picky. We want to get a ship from anywhere, not necessarily the port.
Okay. A couple of things here. You're a pirate, and you are telling me that you want another pirate to help you steal a boat, sail it on the river that leads to the lake so you can take it south and then take it east. You do realize the amount of guard posts that we would find there is immeasurable. The broad switch leads directly into a blockade because no one's getting from the sea to Lake Hopesworn, because that would be, you could fire cannons at the castle were that the case.
Look, in our group of friends, we kind of have this unwritten rule where we sort of just do things and figure out the consequences later. We have a mission, we have to get to where we're going, and this is the best way we know how. We'll deal with the consequences as they come.
The only other actual thing that I think might possibly be better than this genius plan is maybe contacting the Hoot Runners. They would have ships that would run.
What'd you call me?
No, Mark. It's they run alcohol up the rivers.
Oh, okay.
Hoochie Mama?
Yeah,
Please cut that out.
I have
Leave it
Nope, Stan.
I have one contact that could probably help you out with that. That is, could get you in with the hot water haulers. Archie, you do recognize that name. And if you would like to try and remember what they, what their primary export is, you can.
Okay.
Go ahead and
Shit.
and roll history, please.
Do I have advantage since I'm from here?
Sure. Yes, you may.
11.
11.
Yeah,
11.
You remember it by its colloquial term, witch whiskey.
Those are those witch whiskey runners, aren't they?
Yeah, they basically get all their product from Exarch and the Exarch and Protectorate to the south, and then they pull it up. I don't really know as they go down the River Sanguine, since that's the line between the Exarch and Protectorate and Atoria, and they're
Well, that's actually the river we need to get to.
So you want to try? I mean, I think if you pay them enough, you could possibly get one of their ships and them to take you down.
We do have
Sanguine.
Eider.
We could probably pay him.
Certainly more than 97 Eider.
I have more elsewhere. This is what I keep. If you keep more than that on your person when you go into a bar that's asking for you to A, overspend on alcohol, or B, get your shit clocked in, Well, because your purse jingle jangles.
Archie nods at the paying too much for alcohol, but shakes his head at the shit clocked in, because I definitely just walked in that place with 3,000 gold pieces. Or
Yeah.
3,000 Eider, I mean.
So, I could get you in contact with them. That'd be the best that I could possibly offer you. But at this point, I don't know, like, other than you kind of, saying, hey, come down to this place or we could probably kill you. And then I just came with you for some dumb reason. I don't, why would I do this for you?
Because we're going to pay you too.
Now we're talking. How much?
Actually, Chandri's gonna pay you.
Oh, Chandri is going to pay me. So Chandri looks over. I don't know why you think that I'd want to pay for this particular deal. You have clearly just offered him money. So no,
Chandri, come on. Let's be real. We're trying to get to your new castle. This is all for you, ultimately. We're taking you to your new home that you're conquering because you want to be a big shot. Pay the man.
Fine. How much is this particular bit of...
I mean, I think it would just be proper to double his purse.
So 97 times 2, 200 minus 6, 190.
Pay him 97 more.
Right.
The math is easy.
Oh, right. I was doubling what I... Yes,
Chandri,
I'm fine with that. Yes, okay,
Did you
sure.
ever go to school?
I went to the best private schools.
And you can't do
And
97?
actually, before that, I was homeschooled.
Oh, that is...
Oh, that's what's wrong with you.
No, you
Hey,
cannot
fuck you. I was homeschooled.
Well,
See?
That's what's wrong with you.
There's
Hey,
nothing
fuck
wrong
you.
with...
I was homeschooled.
Oh, that's what's wrong with you.
I will say again, there's nothing
Such a
wrong
good
with
joke.
homeschooling because I went to the finest universities. I universitied at the capital, even though it's not a verb. See, I know what verbs are.
All right, so back, Pat, how much is it going to cost for you to get us in contact with the runners?
Let's say 150.
Archie looks at Chandri.
That's more than double. That's the same amount and then 53 more. See? Math.
I think
Good
it's
job.
a reasonable bonus.
6 claps.
Haran just looks over and says, it might be worth it. Remember, you can't spend your money in Perosha. Fine. And he pulls out his purse and starts counting out
shit.
150.
Do you guys like how I just made Tanner fucking barter with Tanner?
I know, I hate it. I knew I felt it when you did it. I was like, Jesus.
oh boy.
All right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he counts
Tanner, I
out
had to.
150 Eider and he hands it over to Patrick.
Man, I don't know who's a better barterer, Tanner or Tanner.
Definitely Tanner.
Oh,
Certainly
yeah,
not
sure,
Tanner.
Certainly.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, he pays Patrick the payment.
Okay.
So when do we go to the meetup?
Well, it depends on how quickly you want to get out of town.
Now.
Oh, immediately.
Oh,
As immediately as possible.
right. 200.
What?
200
150.
plus 50. There's an immediacy charge.
Chandri.
I am so done paying. And he starts counting out.
To be fair, there actually is. There's an immediacy charge. It's pretty normal with my kind of people.
Yeah, see, he knows. Thank you, Sir Chandri. And he counts it out. He saw Chandri count it, but he double checks just to be shitty and puts it down in his purse. Right, so we can get out pretty quickly. The camp for the runners is to the southeast. I am not the most familiar with this side of town. I usually stay over on the port side, but I kind of overstayed my welcome with the arm wrestling on that side, if you can believe it. So,
No.
yes.
I believe it.
Okay, good. So we can go ahead and make our way that way, but if someone knows how to cut through town a little bit better, that probably you should lead.
Archie.
All right. Well, tell you what. I can do so, but I'm going to need about an hour to tie up some loose ends and I'll meet you guys back here and we'll get out of town.
Perfect. You stay with us. Do you like chess?
I am so good at chess. I will play you and make a bet.
Mog, he's 100 item for 6 to lose. It's mine. It'll be all right. I'll be back.
Oh, God.
Okay, I have 100 eider. How much do you want to bet?
100 eider.
Oh, that's a good amount. That's exactly how much I have.
Oh, wonderful. Who'd
Hey,
have thunk?
no funny business, Patrick.
How am I going to cheat on this? You're all here. It's a game of mind stuff.
I lean over to Six and say,
6, I beat him in arm wrestling. I'm very strong.
Wow, you are. I squeeze his muscles.
Yeah, Archie's already slipped out the door at this point.
Okay. All right. As everyone kind of goes around, does anyone try and follow Archie?
nope.
Nope.
Cool. All right. Archie, you make your way back down somewhat unfamiliar streets just because of how much they've changed. You start going through the areas where there are more houses and fewer businesses, and the doors on a lot of these places have been broken in. Most of the windows are cracked glass. There's a few fires that illuminate inside some of these, and there's a particular sort of heavy dampness to the area from, the sewers just billowing up steam. A few people work into the night at some smaller factories out here. Some people smelting in some blacksmith stations. And there's a few people on the side who reach out their hand to you as you pass by.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll dish out like a single gold, single iron to each one as I pass them.
Okay, yeah, you get thanks from all of them. And then you eventually make your way back to a very familiar place. The 2-story building that is kind of shorter than a lot of the places here. Its roof has been patched so many times. Its windows are partly boarded up. And the sign out front is missing some letters, but you can immediately recognize it. The sign above the doorway reads, Miss Kelly's Place.
Does it look like there's any kind of is there anybody there at all, or does it look like
There is some movement inside. You can see on the first floor some light actually being extinguished from some of the rooms. It seems like someone's going through room by room and blowing out candles.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick kind of circumvention of the area just to try to see if anybody's watching it.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation, please.
16.
You don't find any signs of anyone around outside.
All right. Then after I've spent enough time casing the fucking place to determine that I'm safe to go up to it, I'm gonna go up to the door, the main entrance, I guess, and I'm gonna drop a sack, and this is all my money. So just so nobody's like, "Oh, you're spending my money too." But I'm gonna pretty much give all of Archie's money to. I'm gonna lay it on the stone steps, the top of it, right in front of the door, and I'm gonna give 4 quick, loud knocks on the door, and then he's gonna dip back down an alleyway where he can see the front door. But he's basically gonna leave 1,000 eider sitting on the steps.
Okay. You go back around a corner, and the door, after a moment, creaks open, and you see a young girl poke her head out, look around, and then look down and see the bag, and quickly shut the door. And then a few moments later, this elderly woman opens the door. You see this elderly woman raise the candle above her head, look around outside, and when she doesn't notice anyone, she bends down, picks up the sack, and realizes that it is what it is. It's so much money. And her face just, it looks shocked. And she looks all around and not seeing anyone. She looks back and begins talking to the child that was nearby and shuts the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes, just make sure nobody may have seen what I did and wants to take advantage of that.
Yep,
So-
you don't notice anything.
Tanner, Archie's going to go by James's gravesite that he knows about. I assume that, at some point he would have been able to figure that out, considering. And just spend a little bit of time there. Let's see, do I have any? Oh, yeah, okay. And he's going to take out one of his little pieces of charcoal, and he's going to draw the symbol of the Black Wolf Brigade on James's very probably run down, not very well kept headstone.
Well, actually, when you find it is very well kept. There are fresh flowers set there.
Okay. All right, cool. I was going to say, if anything's on it or anything like that, he's actually going to clean it off as well. Like if anything has gotten on it, any leaves or brush or anything like that, and then he's just going to draw the little symbol of the Black Wolf Brigade on the headstone and leave. He doesn't really say anything. He just spends some time there.
Okay. One thing you do notice as you're looking at his tombstone, down in the bottom right corner, very small, there is an etching of a wolf. It's pretty crude, but it is etched into the bottom.
All right, once I do that, I'm going to head back to the warehouse then.
Okay. Back at the warehouse, how is chess going?
Well, let's roll. You tell me
Okay.
what, DM. I think it's a wisdom-based roll.
This is going to be...
Because chess is a game of wisdom.
Well, no, it's are you proficient at chess? Do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
that?
Come
I'll
on,
give
I
that.
got a
It's
chessboard
part of you.
built
You're
in me.
proficient. All
Come
right, fine.
on.
So just D20, add your proficiency roll.
9 plus 3, that is a 12.
9 plus 0, because he is not proficient in chess.
Ah!
Nice.
However, you also notice as he realizes he's starting to lose, he fumbles with a piece as he tries to take it off the board.
Does Margbark notice this?
Yep.
Hey, whoa. I see your funny business again.
No, you don't.
Oh, okay, I don't then. All right, very good. Carry on.
So I
Okay.
do see it, and I6 says nothing, says, that's okay, I didn't need that one to checkmate you. And I checkmate him. I go for the checkmate.
Oh.
How do you want to resolve this?
You won.
Oh.
You won the roll, and he
Nice.
failed his sleight of hand.
Okay, so-
you did it. You win the chess. The end.
Checkmate. Yay, we did it.
Wee.
You won!